Hello there. Oh, hi. Good morning. Yeah. Or is it morning still? No, I mean, for me, it's officially afternoon, but hi. Hello there. Loki Cat. Lucky, Destructive, Shang Enjoyer, Valgrak, Smoogle. Welcome in, everybody. I am incredibly late with zero regret. Zero. Let me be very clear on that number. Zero regret. I was up very late last night. Had a load of meetings that I needed to be a part of. Just wrapping up some of the Golden Gauntlet stuff and talking about the future. And went to bed at about like 1:30 or so. Got up at 5. Got the kids and my wife ready for the day. They left. I went back to bed at just before 6. And then, right as that happened, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta set my alarm. So I set my alarm for 8:45 my time. Alarm went off. I woke up. I sat up. I stretched and fell back asleep in a stretch position. Fast forward, it's now 11. And I'm like, oh, I need to function. Get myself going, shower. I didn't even do the dishes. I'm late. I just made things look somewhat nice in the kitchen and just like, yeah. No, the doggo did not take a massive shit. It was actually quite lovely because when he got up at 5 with us, he went number 1 in the right spot. When I went back to sleep, he went back to sleep. He stayed asleep the entire time. When we got up the second time at 11, like officially got up, not like fake got up at 11, I go to brush my teeth and he goes and completes the second half of the process in the right spot. You know how comforting it is when you've been that stressed about where your dog is going to go to the bathroom that you can actually shower in peace because I'm not worried about him jumping on the bed and taking a piss or a dump on my bed. That's lovely. I hate to say that that's a luxury, but given the last couple of weeks, that was a luxury. So that was lovely. And now here we are. Oh yeah, just straight up fur baby. Just a straight up fur baby. Then, because the shower is where all of my ideas honestly happen, I had a flashback thought. So I'm going to take you down memory lane because if you're one of the people that are here at this point in the stream, you know, you guys are the best. You know, you're the most consistent, to say the minimum. You guys are awesome. So I'm going to show you a flashback to something that I used to do on stream that I think might be fun to bring back to in a similar or somewhat different format. Because I was thinking about the stream, what's the next thing I can do for the stream, whether it's a major thing, whether it's a little thing, etc. And like 4 years ago, I didn't just have, like we have, the drop game. I also have, or had, I should say, a Plinko game. And then I remembered, I know there's a clip in my history of clips that would showcase this. So I went looking for it while the opening animations were happening here. And I found said clip, and oh my God, am I a whole different person. Yet alone, is this a whole different office. Because this was in the transition of me moving here and still trying to figure out what to use as my background. So I'm just going to throw this on the screen. And I'm just going to let this view sink in here about how different of a human I was 3 years ago. First off, I had hair. Like, copious amounts of it on 75% of my head. As you can see, this eventually started happening, which is one of the reasons we did the shave the hair thing. You know, we did one of the reasons we shaved the hair. Keyword, one of. Yeah, it happens to all of us in some way, shape, or form. So that's part one. Part two, look at the background. Like, look at the thumbnail of where I am in here. I didn't have any of the, or I should say, I didn't have the rest of everything I've now got here. You know? Hey, Hamiltunes, thank you so much for the second month. Greatly appreciate you. From a fellow hair-deprived man. Thank you, man. Yeah, all of my sound foam wasn't done, so I had just had the signs up behind me, and then obviously I've added and changed it. In addition to that, this was when I had like that purple hue border animation stuff going on in the background for when I was playing Disney Sorcerer's Arena, and that was just my primary game. But this here was Plinko. And I built the Plinko background on top of a Plinko game. And the Plinko game literally works the exact same way and is the same company that does the drop game. I might want to bring something like this back again, because I took on the full Plinko drop inspiration, obviously, from Price is Right, if you know that in the States. That's exactly what it was from. Hino Nacional, I know it's late, but I gotta say, sorry for bad English. The host of the tournament was great. I love the dynamic between UKM and Super Tech God. Hope we will see more. Thank you so much, Hino, and thank you for going out of your way to come over here and say thank you and that you had a great time with it. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah, where the whole goal would be to just kind of try to win in the middle. Just land in the middle board. Also note, and this gives you proof of, you know, how awesome she is. Look, Lori's still here. 3 years ago. She wasn't just like happened to be subscribed. No, she was regularly active, still to this day. Yeah, and then I could reset it. Yeah. It's a whole nother version of me. This is a whole nother version of me. Even using the wireless headset. These JBLs, which eventually ended up giving my daughter. I bet this guy didn't even like coffee. Yeah, that was a tea drinker. That guy has always liked coffee. But the glasses, I think, were the big difference for me, because obviously these Tony Stark, you know, gunner glasses, these are just blue light lenses. These are not actual glasses. I don't wear glasses anymore. And not because I got LASIK, but because about 2 years ago, my eye doctor said, your vision the quality of your vision means you can probably train yourself out of glasses. It might suck for a little while, but because you work on a screen, you actually can probably train yourself out of glasses, because I use them for distance. And it would be healthier for my eyes. So that's exactly what I did. I spent 2 solid weeks with a headache and trained myself out of the glasses. And now I only wear glasses for sunglasses, which I have a lot more options now. Or I wear my blue light glasses because it's more comfortable for my eyes. Hi, taxi. What are we doing? Baby, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where you going? You want to go in the sun? You want to go in the sun? Sorry, I have to start using a normal voice with you again. That was one of the things from the dog trainer. I have to reduce baby voicing him as much. Did you get those from Of Robert Downey Jr. No, I mean, this is a collaboration between Marvel and Gunnar, and you can buy them on the IGN store. I think these were like $50. So they're more expensive for blue light glasses, but I mean, they are hands down like the best blue light glasses I've used. You get official Marvel Gunnar, you know, Stark Industries. You know, this is the cleaner cloth. Comes with the nice little Marvel Gunnar bag with the Tony Stark signature on the back. And then this case, powered by Stark, like this industrial metal Marvel Gunnar Stark Industries case. These are great. And these, obviously, I mean, they're fan-fucking-tastic. I love them. I love these things. So that's why it's the combination of it being Marvel and them being just really nice, comfortable glass. And they had a couple of different variations, too. Yeah, they're great quality. These are absolutely great quality. It's not just okay, this kind of works quality. No, these are actually like really great quality blue light glasses. I'm very happy to have spent on these. Very happy. I would recommend it as well. Hands down, I would recommend it. Where is... Hang on, I gotta find something. I can't do the glasses with the little nose nubs. See, I thought that too. I'm normally just like a plastic frame guy. That's how I was for a very long time. And then my last set of glasses that I had before this, I just wore them for way too long. So I got used to the plastic nubs because I just didn't want to get new ones. Excuse me. So I've always wondered why my ears hurt when I wear glasses. Is it just not being adjusted to them? That might mean the frames are just not the right either size or angle for your head. Because with the glasses, if they're too far, if the frame itself is pushing down here onto the ear, that means that they don't fit because they're too small. And if they're way back here and there's too much of a gap, then it's not stable. It has to be right in a comfortable position to rest this spot right here with a little gap behind the ear for extra stability just in case. It's fantastic. You have to get them sized though. You have to get your own glasses sized if you're going to wear them all the time. Oh, so, yeah, exactly. If you can do this, now I'm busy. You're fine. Because they're secure enough. They moved a little bit, but didn't go flying off. That's what you want. Because if they move a little bit, that means they're comfortable, which is the most important part. They have to be comfortable. Yeah, see, Hamilton's on the same way. I got dizzy too. All right, as we were. Let's talk Xorn. Let me get this over here. Get my second window up. I wanted to move on to which one do I want to do? Let's try Scream today. We haven't done Scream yet. I know a bunch of people have been trying Scream and said that they've had good success. Let's see how it goes. Pants. Yuck, darn Tanwin. Yuck. Quinjet and Elysium. Oh, that feels good. Was a burger with a blend of 3 types of cheeses and a sweet and spicy sauce. Ooh, Dwatch, you're speaking sweet nothings to me now. Thank you. I appreciate those sweet nothings. Let's move some shit around. Over here.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Go over here. Wait, what? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know it would do that when it's not fully full. It's good to know. I haven't seen that one before. That interaction like that. Huh. We all learned something new today, kids. Is the game audio loud? That means I gotta drop it in game. Oh yeah, I see it here. Yeah, it's about 10 over where I want it. Ooh, at least Goliath disappears. Bring the symbiote over to help save the right. Holy, what? Elysium, Quinjet, Chaos because of Moon Girl. Here they all go. Oh. Well, that was a great way to start the day. No treats. There you go. Wait, what? Valgrax, why did you just send that 5 fucking times? Did your, like, phone just freak out on you? Or are you that passionate? Using the treat macro? Mm-hmm. Maybe. Wait, no, it has to be. So it guarantees a move.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Zorn with Werewolf is interesting. Freeing up spots and spaces. I like that idea. Hee.
Victory!
Hey, Johnny Mac. Hey, when did my music stop? Wait a minute. Start here. Ms. Oil, we have not seen Ryan for a little bit. He obviously was very occupied with PAX at the moment, but you never know what the future might bring. What's up? Huh? Huh? Hi, Taxi. My good boy. Oh, and he collapses into a little ball. All right. Let's do this. Johnny Mac, I'm a journalist. Your interview with Matt from Snap was truly professional. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. I really appreciate that feedback. Very much so. I do my best. That's all I can do. I'm glad it's noticed outside of just Snap stuff. So thank you. Oh wait, do I? Oh, this backfired. I needed to move the rocket right. I really don't know why I didn't, but, you know. I'm not fully here yet. It's early. Hey, old man Junior. Yeah, it's not enough, not enough coffee yet. TSI, you call me professional, and yet here I am dancing to Baby Shark. There is a slight conflict of interest in that statement, but the sentiment remains the same of, I appreciate that. I take my job seriously, as much fun as I have doing it. Yeah, that's quiet. I was working with the sound edits. I forgot to check Baby Shark. Hold on. We got to fix that one. SFX. Let's just test the sound only. No, that needs to change. That needs to go to... Almost. It's almost there. Because I needed to get it to about... I need to get it to just under 20 decibels. And it's like 20. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. Yeah, it peaks right at 21. That's perfect. So in my voice, this is where it balances. Aha! Let's get Surge over here. How dare you? How dare you? You bastard! Okay.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Totally about this life. Is Zorn worth grinding for? I'm not there yet on saying that, but I think it's a nice surprise card. I think we do this. Because I don't, if I had Cannonball in my hand, I'd definitely be doing Stegron Kingpin. But I don't, so we kind of have a problem.
Who will the winds bring?
They move the shield left. They've got 2 3-drops in the right. Mobius here, Tech here. So this slides over, so it's 3 and 3. They probably fill. This goes up a little. This secures it. I think they fill here and here, sacrifice this, so this just kills Negasonic. I think we're fine. Yeah.
Victory.
Move. Trying to figure this out.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. I'm just trying to figure out some things, and it's being a little annoying because I'm being asked stuff by second dinner, and I'm just trying to get the right information to them so I don't have to focus on it, and they can do what they got to do. That's a -4. This really helps secure this.
I am Iron Man.
Victory.
I guess they didn't like that in the Iron Man lane. Officially hiring. I mean, they're hiring for other positions, not ones that I could even apply for, but because I don't have that kind of experience, but let's do this. I'll leave it. Oh.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Okay, Switch it all around. Asgard mid. Thank you. Last card they played was Vision. They have Prio. I think they move Vision for priority left, and then start to fill right. And Vision ends mid, which means I need this free to do that. Yes, very politely. They move, if they move out, what's kind of fun is also minusing 2, +1, +5. It defends against 3s and friends. Oh shoot, priority. Duh, that's important. Damn. I don't think that's enough from the left, right? This is 3 and 5. We end up just short. Oh, and I needed to play it the other way around too, but we won by accident.
Victory.
I'm telling you, the coffee is not doing its things today. Wait, hold on. Let's grab the things. Okay, I think I sent off what I need to send off so I can focus on it less now, thank goodness. But I can actually game and pretend like I'm winning on purpose. All right, there we go. Let's go. The scream decks are not simple. We go for it.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Do it. Yes. Damn. Rickety bridge. Capped shield. That's not good. Stagger on the shield, please. Stagger on the shield, please. Don't be something substantial on the left. Shit. All right, I really need it to hit the shield. If it hits the shield, we're fine. Fuck. God damn. Galeth. Good afternoon, guest. What are your thoughts on the stretch goal? I think both parties are at fault. I think that Second Dinner did not do the best job promoting the event in a variety of different ways. However, we as a community also, even with knowledge of the event, did not accelerate it at a rate, accelerate trying to hit the goal at a rate that says that we earned it. So while there could have been better promotion of the event in the first part of it, I don't think that it justifies a lot of the argument that the community is making of, oh, they owe it to us. No, they don't. I don't think they do at all. I think we got, for not doing a hell of a lot comparatively, a lot of great shit. And we should be kind of happy about that, but instead people just like to bitch. I think that overall, the idea of these things are great. But there seems to be a regular discourse between event execution and the social media plan. That's very much so what it is. And I've provided this feedback in the past when it was under different publishing, that the social media team was never on par with everybody else. And it causes some chaos in that aspect. No, it's not. I disagree with the sentiment of, oh, they don't care, because that's not it at all to me. Not it at all to me. It's not that they don't care. Completely disagree. They do care. However, the departments are not having ample notification and preemptive conversation about what each department needs, right? The social media plan is not promoted internally as aggressively. This is exactly, and I'll give you some behind the scenes knowledge here. This is exactly why when I had my conversation with areas of Second Dinner, I specifically shouted out an exact social media plan I needed in the 3 days before and day of for the Golden Gauntlet. So much so, I made all of those posts myself and handed it to them on a silver platter because I didn't want it to get fucked up. I wanted them to be able to say, here's everything already done, copy and paste, put it out on social media. The only thing I asked them to do was to create a graphical, like a little image that was a 1x1 square and then the 4x5 square, like just make like a small adjustment to the current Golden Gauntlet logo to make it work for social media. That's the only thing I was asking of that. Only thing I was asking of that. And it worked because all of the posts that went out on Twitter, Discord, Instagram, the bodies and texts of those were me. I made those. They got them approved and sent them out. And it was great. It worked out fantastically. It worked out fantastically because I come from a background, obviously both as a creator and working in other areas. I understand the importance of social media for getting things to, you know, promote differently. And depending on how you use social media, this is a key wording here, how you use social media can affect the outcome of the event by itself, not just putting it on social media, how you use it. And I think that that is exactly what ended up happening and becoming a comparatively small problem for Second Dinner. I think their biggest issue is that the social media plan generally for the global bounties was not communicated in regards to its importance as much and how it impacts the longevity of the idea and or the social media plan that's associated with it. So I've passed this feedback on. I've had conversations with different people at Second Dinner in regards to that. And the counter I'll give, which I do agree with Second Dinner with, is nothing will ever be good enough for the community. And it's heartless to say that. But I hope you really do realize that nothing will ever be good enough for the community. Nothing. Because everybody with everything always wants more. They want free stuff. They don't want to have to work for it. That's just human nature. You tell me, oh, we could earn this. It's human nature to not execute properly. It's an endless loop. So there has to be this understanding of you're going to get pushback to a certain degree, but how much of that are you willing to swallow as a business to say this was worth it and or not worth it? That's a big element that people forget.
Underwear.
That's absolutely true, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't do what you can on communication. Correct. However, I will agree with you on that. Yeah, not even a generational thing, just like in general. That's just human nature, not generational. It's not pinpointed to a specific target or market. Not at all. I think it's very under-respected by the community to understand the communication that goes out from Second Dinner is not just communication that goes out from Second Dinner. Everything. Let me be very clear here on this. From working on this on both ends, I've burnt this candle at both ends. Everything that goes out from Marvel Snap on official Marvel Snap channels is authorized by Marvel. So like all of the social media posts that I had go out for the Golden Gauntlet, they were all sent to Marvel. As I hit the microphone, they were all sent to Marvel and pre-approved because it's the voice of Marvel. It's not the voice of Second Dinner. It's the voice of Marvel Snap. And that delineation is where people very often screw up in understanding why things may have happened or did not happen the way they did. If you understand that part, it gets a lot easier to swallow. So I think that Second Dinner absolutely has opportunities when it comes to utilizing their social media strategy in a different way. Absolutely. The problem is looking at the balance of what goes out on the Marvel Snap social media versus what goes out on the Second Dinner social media is two completely different brand goals. And unless you're in those businesses, you don't fully understand what those brand goals are. Marvel Snap promoted the event because Marvel approved of the posts and said that this was a positive thing for Marvel Snap. And they got to that point in release. The community project for giving something away to to increase activity. Let's be honest here. It was mainly to increase activity. It's to create something to do. And between you and I, in a month that we didn't have a limited time game mode, you know, y'all got free stuff just for playing the game relatively normal. So I'm speaking on this one, not as me defending Second Dinner or Marvel, me as just like, it's guest gaming. Matt, okay? I'm telling you, we didn't get a free limited time game mode to get free rewards, but instead you could just play the game however the fuck you want for the last couple of weeks once you knew about it even, and even if you didn't know about it, you just got free variants and crap. And you didn't even have to play a different game mode that you might not want to play anyway to do it. Sorry. With all due respect, don't think it's that big of a deal. Me personally, excuse me, me personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think a lot of people like to bitch about it because it's easy to bitch about it. Oh, you said we could get this and then we didn't. Okay. Facts. And we didn't get it. We didn't get it. If you go to a carnival and you buy a ticket to play the ring game, right? You get like 10 little rings, you get to throw them at the bottles and try to land it on the ring. You look at the sign on the board and it says, land a ring on this and you win a small prize. Land a ring on the red bottle, you get a medium prize. Land a ring on the green bottle, get a large prize. So you buy the 10 rings and you throw all 10 and none of the rings land. Is it the game's fault because they didn't list that if you land on no rings, you get nothing? No. It's on you. James, you're not out of the realm of reason in your conversation, though. It's the person's fault for not spoon feeding. Close.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
It's the
here.
ingester's fault, the person playing in this instance, right? It's that person's fault for feeling entitled. I need armor to go right. That's it. Batrick's a good point. I wish Arrow highlighted. Oh wait, no, it's their priority. So it's actually this. Damn. That's unfortunate. Seeing complaining, I'm just like, dude, it's not that deep. Agreed, it's not that deep. I think people just want their free shit. Plain and simple. I think people just want their free shit. Yeah, no point about complaining about free shit. We didn't pay for it, so we aren't entitled to it. Exactly. I agree with you there.
Hey man, I'm Cook.
There's a lot of ones for Polaris to pick from. This feels weird to play Stagron left, but is that the play? I think it is. Yep. Cast kind of hurts here. It's got to hit it. Nope. Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter. Haha, bitches. And now that cast, I can also... Wait, no, they play something else here. They play right. I think so. I think we clog mid.
You are mine.
I found the rock.
Who will the winds bring?
Cool. Dude, the fuck? We just got owned by an Omega Red. Wow. Fucking Iron Patriot shenanigans. Wait. Is it think? Oh. That. I haven't been snapping at all today. Jesus Christ. Next video. Omega Red, the most underrated 4-cost card in the game. Hold. Oh, missed. It's cold and breezy today, so the dog just keep going outside and putting his head out in the wind, like his ears flopping in the breeze, all regal and shit. But then he gets cold and then he wants back. OTA is tomorrow, Flash. Yeah, so probably midday tomorrow. I've already put out into the world my likes, needs, wants, ideas, etc.'s, predictions. Overall, pretty mixed reactions, but for the most part, people agree with most of them. Ooh. Double miles? That could be fun. Wait, so if I gotta do Craven into Spider-Man into Zorn Miles. Yeah. Okay. That way we have room for Avengers Compound on 5. Okay. Now we try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here by doing this. Try to get Scream into Vibranium Mines to help counter it a bit. Yeah, tomorrow is an OTA. Then on Tuesday, we have a patch, which means it'll just be, for the most part, probably back-end stuff. And then on Thursday, so back-to-back weeks, we end up with it. We end up with another OTA because they're moving up the second OTA. What I wanted to say.
Opponent snapped.
Clear for takeoff.
Yay. They have Prio. There. Because then the Batrick moves, I clean the lane, move something else out to help to counteract it a bit. That one might hurt though. Ugh, the Batrick then moves back mid. Fuck. I don't think that's good. I really don't think that's good. Don't think that's good. It's gotta really hit well here. Oh well. Mr. Rains down in Africa. You're taking time to do the things you never
The wild dogs cry out in the night as they go rustling looking for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above Arcady. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of
Actually, here.
this thing that I've become.
Yay. Oh, yes.
Snap.
Oh. Could have had double scream. Fuck. I wanted that. Damn. Oh snap, it's JF. Hey JF. Do we know anything about upcoming limited time modes or events at the moment? We do not. But Friday is the season announcement normally, because it's the Friday before a new season. And that's when they go like, here's everything for the month. Oh my God. And then we just kind of know everything. The only thing we know about is the OTA patch and the OTA. As in like OTA tomorrow, patch on Tuesday, another OTA on the very next Thursday. So we're just like, within 2 weeks, there's 3 updates. Actually, within 8 days, there's 3 updates. I don't think Pixie's a mandatory card. I don't think it's a meta-breaking card. I think it's a fun card. It's a nice way to kind of switch it up a bit. Hi, Dogginho. Hi, Taxi. You cold? Are you shaking still? No. That just confused him. Wait. Hey, Taxi. Hey, Quitty. How you doing? Absolutely spoiled. I want the Chinese draft mode with a better UI. So you want Draftinator?
Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Hang on, we need to do.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm.
They did a really cool job on the Chinese server, making a draft format that works well on Snap system formats. It's just not a part. It's just a port of the Hearthstone arena, and I think that's one of the reasons they probably won't go down that path is because of that. That's just me personally. More important question, do we have a guess on the outrageous theme of the announcement trailer? Ooh, that's always fun. Ooh, I love that needing to predict. The theme of the next video. I mean, they've been on a unique, like, what we'll call an elder kick. So I'm gonna lean, I like the idea of you saying like Magic School Bus related type stuff. I'm gonna lean differently though and say Bill 9. They did Dungeons and Dragons already. I say Bill 9. Damn, look how close. Look how close. Oh well. Sorcerer's Apprentice Fantasia. Quest for Camelot. I think that's, isn't that like too close to D&D? Like thematically?
Shiny logo.
Oh, Jeff boosters, just what I want. Yes, any plans on hosting a Snap tourney for followers? Winners gets a bundle or whatnot. Deep question. What determines the success of one streamer over another? In regards to streamers in Snap. Obviously, people are going to watch who they like, but why do some get so many more viewers than others? It's a very deep question. Here's what I'll say. People are simple. And what I mean by that is people are simple where they look for different things. They look for either A, following the leader. So who's the number one guy? He's got to be number one for a reason. Or top, you know, who's highest viewership on Twitch at the moment I log in. All right, he's got to have highest for a reason. People are simple. 2, they follow that streamer from other games. So you look at players like Regis, you look at Dexter, right? You look at big names like that, Jeff Hoagland. They have followings from other games that also are in a direct parallel. So their viewers try those games also, and then they follow them. There's, you know, sometimes financial incentive. I'm following this person because they're giving away stuff more regularly than any other streamer I follow. So people want to follow just for that exact reason. Some people do well because of being a smaller streamer. As weird as that sounds, sometimes smaller streamers do well exclusively in a smaller streamer profile. I'll give you a pretty good example of this, right? Me. I am the biggest small streamer. And I legitimately want you to think about that. I am the biggest small streamer for this game, in my opinion. And that's not me trying to be egotistical. It's not me trying to persuade anything. It's me legitimately analyzing the numbers and the metrics of what I've done within this game. I am a very niche market, comparatively. I am the Sam Adams Boston Lager of Marvel Snap. Because I'm not meta. I'm not constantly fighting for my position and rank to be in the top 1,000. Nor am I ever that guy. I'm an entertainment streamer. And in this market, that doesn't do as well as those who are top competitors. I'll give you a comparative example. Look at somebody like Husky Puppies. Look at somebody like Dara. Their popularity came to rise, not because of any kind of like dig at either of them, but Dara got popular because of his partnerships with Dexter and their original podcast, and that's what caused Dara's rise, and statistically it proves that, so don't look through that. And then Husky Puppies came to rise as a streamer because of his incredibly good deck building and gameplay skills that were highlighted by KM Best. Both of them have higher viewerships than I, because people like watching really top tier gameplay. That's just how a large audience in this game likes to enjoy their content. No one else has Taxi. This is fine. But legitimately speaking, people more often than not in a card gaming world like to watch top tier players more than they like to watch entertaining players. So, and I've talked about my chaos internally about trying to figure this out.
Victory.
Like, do I need to stop being fun and just play seriously and just get good? Legitimate, and I mean that 100% legitimately. Did I need to just get good? And eventually I came to just have comfort in who I am. And know that I'm professional, know that my production value is different than everybody else's, know that my content is very different than everybody else's. And that mixture is what has caught the eye of Second Dinner in the past and present. And I own that. And I love that. So when it comes to the world of Snap streamers and defining success, oh good, I love Galactus gamers. They're always fun.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
I'm just pretty certain that my following grows for very different reasons than everybody else's. Like this. Go! No other Snap streamer has that kind of content. No one. No one. Plain and simple. No one. No one. People watch for different reasons. Plain and simple. Don't you Galactus me. I'm ready.
Who will the winds bring?
A lot of it is networking. I mean, from a behind the scenes standpoint, networking, of course, is important. 100%. Networking is absolutely important. It's a part of being a content creator. You have to know how to network. 100%. Most of my opportunities were not asked of me. I made those opportunities happen. Yeah, McDonald Gino, exactly. Same for you. Hot take, please don't ban me. This is my observation of general rules. A male streamer needs to be good at the game. Being entertaining helps, and being good looking helps. A female streamer needs to be good looking. Being entertaining helps, but being good at the game is a bonus. That's all of Twitch, though. I understand what you're saying, but that's definitely an all of Twitch scenario. Unfortunately, that is the reality of the situation, though. It's not being unique to Snap at all. And I hate that it's the truth, but it is. And if you don't believe me, go ask the female streamers of Twitch.
Opponent snapped.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Pawnee, Nina's Noob, Joey Cat, all kind entertaining people in my opinion. Maybe that's just me, but I could care less about your gender. I care more about your personality. I believe, very similarly, it should be about that first and foremost. It should be about who you are as a person. But people suck.
Escape.
All people, we as a race, we suck. Like, it's just the truth. We suck. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. People suck. Like, I mean, it's just, we suck. That's how I look at it. We just suck. We'll never get it right as human. It is who it is. But kind of wrapping the point, though, talking about Snap streamers and what defines success. I think right now more than I've seen in other games at this age for players, like the age of game, whether it be new players coming in or new creators coming in. It is incredibly difficult to become a Snap content creator right now because for the most part,
Opponent snapped.
shit's been defined. It was established in the first year and it's pretty consistent since. It's tough to progress. It's very tough to progress. Unless if you're really good. Exactly, that's my point. Really good players become popular very quickly. Really good players become popular very quickly because they're really good players, and they become known because they're really good players, and they're showcased in that way. You are not wrong.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
See, Wild Juice, I disagree with that because everybody watches for different reasons. You can look at what we'll define as production value, and you can make judgments off of that. Sure, of course. However, for some people, they just don't give a shit about production value. Like viewers, I'm saying. Some viewers don't care about production value. They just want to see the gameplay. And you can tell this on some of the largest, keyword, largest streams in all of Twitch, yet alone YouTube. Sometimes simpler is better because you let your gameplay be your focus and your entertainment, right? Let me scroll back up.
I am Iron Man.
Quinny, I don't think anyone can argue it's easier
All
for women in
systems
content
go.
creation. That would be a blatant lie. I do think it's reasonable to say that there are different struggles. Cultural expectations are garbage, but they do impact everyone. Exactly. Will the aliens forgive us if we're flawed? Yes, they will. They'll understand. The floor is higher for Snap right now, probably not going to have less than 30 viewers. Yeah, unfortunately, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Lori, I'm a prime example of a follower from game to game with you. I fully resisted against Snapple for a long time. You did. Lori didn't play. You got to remember, guys, when I started playing Snap at the end of 2022, Lori didn't start playing Snap until I want to say it was like August. But she was a mod and a follower and would watch and be a part of the Snap conversation for almost, over half of a year. She's a perfect example of that.
I am Iron Man.
Cosmo, can you be more specific? I had another question above. I don't know if you want to put that one in the back. We'll come back to that one. I do think we have a whole generation that feels entitled. Yeah, but it's not a generational thing. The amount of people who watch Snap, it's a whole nother conversation. You know, I wouldn't call it a generational conversation. I would call it more a Twitch gaming culture conversation. I once was making a TTRPG table on a cyberpunk universe where one of the characters wanted to be a successful ex-athlete that lost his arm, but there was technology that could fully remake the arm, and he didn't know how to explain that losing one made him quit. My answer was, you do got a new arm, and the public was what screamed that was unfair. to the other athletes because it wasn't a real arm. You can always count that people are stupid no matter the advances in society. Yep, that's true. Rambo, music, fun deck brews, honesty, personality. If that's what leads views, you'd be number one. I appreciate that, Rambo. Thank you. That's just me. I'm just trying to be me. I learned, thankfully, very early on in my content creation career, I have to be me. Otherwise, I'm going to hate being a content creator. Wild Juice. Ad management is important for me when following a stream. If there's ad on gameplay, I switch off to another. And that's why you're not here very often. Because I don't give a shit about that. It does not feel like high school all over again. Who's popular and who's not? To a degree. At times. Who wants to sit with the cool kids? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Following the leader. That's exactly what I was talking about. A lot of people just follow the leader. Games are supposed to be fun, not stressors. Watching a super serious content creator isn't fun. I'm glad you enjoy my content then. I think I waited for a year, maybe. I'm a Gen Xer. Woo, high five. What's the percentage of people watching who don't even play the game? Oh God, who knows? Who knows? I got a lot of followers way back from when KM and Eggs were hyping you up. You barely streamed at all. Now that I'm streaming again, it's cool to be seeing people that I knew from early Snap. Yeah, this is true, Quinny. Yeah, you'll get people coming and going because of that. And the Twitch viewers the same way. Let's drag something over here. Guess is the guy who attracts the older generation. I think I do, generally speaking. But the epic sax parties draw back in the younger generation. Legitimately. Like, I really do think that. Because I'll have a adult, quote unquote, conversation with people to hold them accountable for their lives. You know what I mean? Like, I'll have an adult conversation with you all talking about whatever it is in the world of Marvel Snap, in the world of whatever, right? That's just me. That's just who I am. I respect that, and I think you all respect that just as much. Deployed in 2019, fell out of a helicopter, and I broke 10 ribs, most of my back, lost hearing one ear, and shattered my ankle. Needed it to be replaced. People were upset that I wasn't getting healing as fast as I should, which deeply affected my mental health. And 2 years later, I got after 15 years. Yeah, people do suck. Yeah, this is definitely true. Yeah, I'm glad we're in agreement there. People suck. I have prio, which makes things happen. So I think I just do this and this, because this goes up 6, so it goes to 20, and I still take the lead here, so that's fine. Cool.
Victory.
You got to look good for the folks. Hell yeah. Guest, Harry, and most of the Power On folks are definitely in their 30s and make the rest of us millennials feel less old. Yeah, I think there's a good concentration of us that are 30 plus. I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah, I'd agree with that. I watch for your various sax play and your Mad Hatter content. Yes! Stupidity reigns supreme. Aha! Feel like a solid chunk of the Snap streaming scene. God, that's awful to say. Snap streaming scene. I got to use that as a warm-up. Skews older than most gaming streamers, and I'm a fan of that. I think that's because of the financial commitment the game requires, actually, to be in a certain level of completion. I legitimately think that, based on past experience. While guests and I can have philosophical conversations, we're huge Disney nerds. You're damn fucking right. I will talk to you about life and kids and just like, you know, banks and problems and issues and health and mortgages and all that kind of crap. And then on the other end, we'll be like, yo, did you see that they're opening a park in Dubai? What? You know, like, yeah, having a great time. Cosmo, I'm going to reword my last question. I think I have another hot take, but this is really with a question mark. Please don't ban me as well. But do you think that Twitch drops viewership being passed around between the same creators has a negative impact on smaller creators in the past? This was part of a discussion I had with Raven when he used to play, and KM was there saying that he wanted to avoid that side of Twitch by rating small creators when drops roll around. So the Twitch drops thing is a very interesting dynamic. I think that's the best way I can word this next part. Twitch drops is a very interesting dynamic because people like their free shit, right? People like their free shit and they want the easiest way to put their free shit. Right? Because people want their free shit. You gotta remember that people, and I literally said this to somebody from Second Dinner last night, people are lazy. You do realize that more than half of the Twitch drops, people viewing, watching, more than half of them just have the screen open in their background while other shit is going on in their lives, right? You do realize this. I'll show you something. Let me show you something.
Assemble. Victory.
All right, let me go here. So for those who don't know, from a content creator's point of view, this is a site called Sullynome. It takes Twitch metrics and puts them into conversation, and you can analyze them and take a look at your stuff and etc. So this is the game Marvel Snap over the last 30 days. Where do you think Twitch drops started? This is the chart for viewers between April 28th and May 28th. Where do you think Twitch drops started? Okay. Versus the average month. You have a rough idea? I'll make it even further. Let's go 90 days. Where do you think Twitch drops were on these days? Your average viewers. Twitch drops absolutely help streamers because they get increased ad revenue, because the more people watching your stream, the more ad revenue you get when you run ads. Plain and simple. That's the #1 reason streamers enjoy Twitch drops, because the more people that are watching means the more people that are watching commercials, because it's live views, which means more money for the streamer. Dara says he makes most of his money on Twitch drops days, something like 80%. Probably. But that's also because Dara doesn't stream all of the other days most of the time. Dara specifically concentrates his viewership nowadays to just Twitch drops. And his schedule confirms that. That's not an opinion, that's not a dig, his streaming life is focused around Twitch drops, first and foremost. Yeah. A lot of streamers will increase the amount of ads that they're watching, that they're having their audience watch during the first bit of Twitch drops. 100%. It's just the truth. It's just what people do as creators. Yeah, he's upfront about it. Exactly. People do the same thing on front page streams. If you've got Twitch front page and you've got promotional bonus because there are more people watching your stream, I'll tell you right now, I fucking do it. Absolutely, I do it. Absolutely, I do it. But I'm also very transparent with y'all to say, listen, because I'm a smaller streamer, I can't run just 3 minutes of ads an hour. I have to do it as 2.5 minutes of ads every half hour. I have to, or I could not be doing what I do today. It's one of the reasons I have a smaller following. because people don't want to deal with ads at all, and they want to see their ads balanced and you know, not over gameplay. For lack of a better term, I couldn't give a shit if it's over my gameplay. Me personally, I couldn't. And if that means you don't watch, okay, then I'm not the streamer for you, and that's fine. I don't take it personally. I choose to make my content the way I want to make it, and if you enjoy it, yay. If you don't, woohoo. You know, like, it's just exactly. We had a similar conversation yesterday. It's the exact same scenario. So your discoverability is higher on Twitch drops days as a streamer, and your profitability is higher. So if I go to the Marvel Snap official Discord, right? If I look at, close this, put this here, right? 30 days. It was, I want to say, it was what, May 7th was when Twitch drops started. Yes. Let me just go back and officially confirm. That's May 6th. Community posts, I want to say. Was that May 7th, the Twitch drop post? Yeah, because people wanted the PAX bundle, if I remember correctly. That's how it started. 7th. I don't know where it is. I think it's there, but either way. Ow. Ow. If I were to go to, this is Tuesday, May 6th, okay? Season starts. May 6th, season starts. Highest viewership, always. People talk about the Twitch ratings, as in like per streamer, raid streamer, raid streamer. The healthiest thing for the longevity of the community is to have the larger streamers raid smaller streamers, because the more people that are successful creating content for a game, it helps to extend the longevity of the game, 1000%. I think the biggest promoter of this is actually Jeff Hoogland. He raids smaller streamers consistently. I've been received on that 100%. I've received Jeff Hoogland raids all the time. I am a smaller streamer. I am the largest of the smaller streamers, but numerically speaking, I am a smaller streamer, and you can tell by the most watched hours. So if you look at your top 10 streamers over the last 30 days, based on amount of hours watched, let me zoom in a little easier, right? Based off the amount of hours watched, from that, Jeff Hoogland, Dexter, Dara, Ordinary Harry, Sizer, Binks, Canbest, Alex Kocha, Pawnee, Jeet. That's pretty damn good. No, Lazarus, I love talking about this stuff. I love talking about this stuff. Yes, Pawnee, you are currently in the top 10. I know why, though. You got to remember why. You got to remember why. Because you don't want me to click the 90-day. With that said, though, exactly, Pawnee. If you look at the English-speaking audience, more often than not, I'm a small guy. Look at the amount of hours I have in viewership over the last 30 days. And remember, I barely streamed last week. Barely streamed last week. My viewers are, compared to somebody like Dexter, where I had 92 total hours of stream time in the last 30 days, comparatively to a Dexter or even a Dara, where it's, you know, plus 10, minus 10 roughly. Ordinary Harry. Look at the viewership difference of the top three here. It's double Ordinary Harry. I think that's a a window of time thing. Absolutely. Absolutely. The stream time in which he streams, he capitalizes on that entire audience. The nighttime people, all of a sudden, it gets more dispersed. Binks, KM Best, Alex Kocha, they absolutely spread their stream time, their stream audience, over a variety of different people watching, because it's just a high volume time, and they're competing very often with Dexter and Dara at that same time period. In the mornings, You look at myself, you look at Ordinary Harry, where I'm typically just after his window, but I have the same stream window as somebody like a Jeff Hoogland. We're daytime streamers more often than not. I'm pretty sure he's live right now, right? I think he is. So in streaming Marvel Snap for 100 hours versus streaming Marvel Snap for 92 hours, he's got 7 times more people watching him. And you can confirm that by the average viewers. 1,400, 236. 7 times more, roughly. So you have to understand where your version of success is. For me, I consider myself in my window, my pocket, my time slot, I am a smaller streamer. 1000% I am a smaller streamer. I know that. Every number confirms that for me. People know who I am. All the creators that are listed above me know who I am because I've either worked with them, I've collaborated with them, I've done events with them, whatever it is. We all know each other as a, group of professionals. But I know I'm a smaller streamer. None of them dance like I do. Kocha gets close. Kocha gets close. But none of them dance like I do. Because people know me as the guy that has a different kind of environment, a different kind of stream, different kind of fun. That's just me. And I'd rather put out that content than hyper competitive, hyper competitive, hyper competitive, hyper competitive. Hoogland does a little bit of a mix. He does a mix. Binks, fun. Pam Best, hyper competitive. Alex Kocha, experimental. Pawnee, fun. Jeet, hyper competitive. Husky, hyper competitive. Nina, combination. Zombies, combination. Hannah, different. Please hope we have Pikachu to take care of her. None of them do that. And that's fine. None of them do that. None of them do that. But look at how the numbers fall off. Like if I go since the beginning of the year, let's say, or end of the year into beginning of the year, last 180 days, right? I'm here, I'm top 20, 78,000 hours of watched time. 1.2 million hours of watched time. 520 hours, 630 hours, 520 hours. See what I'm saying? Just as interesting, search by average viewers. Now, you have to excuse like this, what we'll call the sponsored segments. Large streamers from other games that try things or barely dabble. I can't count those as the average viewer over less than an hour of content. You know what I mean? But look at Dexter, his average viewers, 2,200. Dara, average viewers, 1,800. 1,500, 1,200. Atrix, 1,000. Ordinary Harry, 710. This is over the last 6 months. The majority of the actual Snap creators up here are competitive. I'm a scroll. I'm a scroll. I'm a scroll. Boom! 47th. This is how I know I'm a smaller streamer. This number right here, my average viewers. But I know what my viewers get. You know, you're my viewers. You know what you get. It's different content. Right? That's fair to say. Absolutely fair to say. I do a lot of research on this site because I like to see where I am in the competitive world. I like to see how I'm holding up. I like to take a look at my own metrics. I look at my stream hours, what days do better than others, etc. And it's important for me to understand where I do well and why. And I've said this before about Twitch drops. Twitch drops will start on, like, you know, on reset on a whatever, on a Tuesday, right? That's not my best time. My best time as a streamer to capitalize on Twitch drops is actually the window you're watching right now, Wednesday morning and Wednesday early afternoon. That's my best time. If I try to stream Tuesday night, I get absolutely demolished, which is one of the reasons I stopped streaming 15 hours on Tuesdays. Because from, in my time zone, anything from like 8 p.m. to midnight, I'm competing with Dexter, Dara, Binks, KM Best, and Kocha. And my viewership is, it's literally not worth it for me, given how many hours I already put in previously into the day. I'd rather start early on a Wednesday, get a good night's sleep, and then have a really damn good time. So this is like behind the scenes knowledge and ideas and mindsets for content creators, where I guarantee you, Binks, KM Best, Dara, and Dexter and Hoogland, they all look at the exact same numbers. They do their own research, they do their own understandings. Why do you think Dara started doing overnights on Twitch drop nights? Because Dexter and him, friends, personal friends, said, hey, listen, let's stop competing against each other. Dexter do the one slot, he raids into Dara, and then Dara raids into Dexter and continue it. It was a raid train. It's absolutely what they agreed on as two creators, and it supported both of them. As a creator, that's smart. You don't have to like it, but it's smart. It's absolutely smart. And you see that in peak viewership. Because what ends up happening in those moments, if you look at the massive peak of viewership moments when those happen, the reason their numbers get so high is because they raid into each other. And then the peak viewer is, well, they were both at 2,000 and then boom, somebody raided into one of them and now they're at 4,000. And then the natural decline happens and then boom, they both started again. Like it's what happens. It's content creation. That's the world of Twitch. And people like to try to disperse it as much as they can, which is one of the reasons I absolutely support Jeff Hoogland in his effort to constantly raid small streamers. Absolutely support that. He's been fantastic and very vocal about doing that because it's healthy for the game long term. As a businessman, what Dexter and Dara do, and Kocha sometimes, not as often, but sometimes Kocha is in that little mix too, in that triad, they did absolutely smart shit by supporting each other and say, hey, listen, you know, this is our full-time job. We're supporting each other. Continue it on. It's a business decision. It's not personal. It's a business decision. It's their own self-brand. And I will defend that for them just as much. Because I'll tell you right now, with all due love and respect, if I was in Dexter's position with Dara, I'd be doing the exact same fucking thing. 100%. But that's not me. I know my brand. I know my value. I know my time slot. I've done my research. So I capitalize on it to the best that I can. Welcome to the world of content creation. It's a very interesting place. It's not just hit go live. Oh yeah, we won the last game. Look at that. Hey Slifer, how you doing, man? The biggest thing is being able to enjoy it without feeling like I'm being looked down on. Some creators very much give that vibe. Yeah, I can understand that and respect that. That's fair. To each their own. What's the Batrix sub in this? I mean, in Scream lists, I'm a huge promoter of Nebula, so I'd probably say Nebula. But for some people, that's a tough sell. But then they try it and they go, oh. Ooh, this is fun. No. Ooh, wellness check. Thank you, Slifer. Everybody stretch. Me and my sweaty pits.
I'm a sexy, sweaty man. Yeah.
I'm just fat. Ow. Ow. Oh, hi, Taxi. What's up? Taxi, what's up? Okay. Excited for the hot tub stream. That's going to take at least 3 people to donate $500 a person. At least. Just because I have to figure that shit out. Tell you right now. Let's do... this.
Victory.
Well, I guess they don't want to deal with that. Okay. Forgot how that works. Poor Anti-Venom. I guess they weren't running Luke Cage. So dono goal of community financing, $1,500. Yeah, no, I would basically have to find a place that has said tub to fit me. Let's get you, do the thing, do you, get back at you. this. Hang on, I'm trying to open this in the background, send this off. The fuck? Yo, Takahashi 5 times. How you doing, dude? Wait, let's get the slide. Whee! This is being so annoying. There we go. This is fun. How was it to commentate the tournament? It was great. I had a great time. All the best chaoses come from casting tournaments. I absolutely love it. Patrick. Thank you. Cool, thanks. Because that moves over the balcony. So I got them. What the hell? Oh, sorry. On the back end here, let's fix this. Where is, can I find? Yep, Let's start heavy. Hey, taxi. Jesus, taxi. bet I know why he's whining. I just need him to hold on. Start here. Yes. Right. Good. Taxi. What do you want, my little doggo? I think I know what he wants. I think he went to the bathroom. Did you go to the bathroom? Did you go potty? As he responds. You did? Okay, hold on. I think he wants a treat. That's why. Okay. We finish the match, Taxi, okay? 2 more turns. And we'll go find out. Group effort. I have prio. Let's do this. It's a win-win scenario, basically, I think, here. Feel pretty good about snapping.
Oh, snap!
Ugh, not enough time. So now it's going to register next turn, even if I'm in the deficit. Fuck.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Mid. Yes. Kitty. Good. Miles. Okay. And... Hydra. Okay. Zorn feels really good right now. I basically just need to do this. Right? Pretty sure this wins.
Victory!
Sorry, we're back. 3 things happening at once. What I do. I don't provide this best content when I'm distracted, I know, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, it was hard to give up. Some things are hard to let go. Some things are never enough. I guess I only can hope for maybe one more chance to try and save my soul. But love is a long, long road. Yeah, love is a long, long road.
Oh, that's started acting up. Ooh, that's not fun.
Summer came and left without a warning. All at once I looked and you were gone.
If I do this, do a dance. Get Valtryek to mid, it'll be a Spider-Man.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Okay, we're climbing back up. I think we're just, honestly, we're waking up more than anything else. I'm just getting there. And I'm multitasking. I guess we'll do this. Was that incredibly quiet, or was that just on my end it was quiet? Just my end? Good. You don't get all the skeletons. Fuck you. You get 2. Arrow left.
Last night a little dancer came dancing to my door. Last night a little angel came pumping on my floor. She said, baby, got a license for you. And if it looks tired, pray help from above because she cried more. She don't like slavery, she won't sit down there.
We are the future.
Who will the winds bring?
Damn.
In this deck, I kind of have a similar feeling, Mr. Pizza. In this deck in particular, that's the case. I would agree. It's an alternate more than it is a fact. What the shit? Zorn is just a worse topaz? I disagree with that. So I was curious for next month and how you will talk about everything in the podcast, but I have listed under schedule 2 cards slated for release. In an event, Kid Omega and Mercury, I believe. Do we think they're going to revisit the Sanctum for this go around? No comment. If we... There's a 2-2 scenario here, right? There's a 2-2-2 scenario to work with.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Eesh. 2. 2. Sacrifice the left. And try to hit Mockingbird left. Because they're going to play... Ooh. Okay. That, I think, wins. Yep. Oh, woo-hoo.
Victory!
Dog doesn't know what he wants. Inked with red crackle? Ooh. Put a screenshot up in the Discord. That's nice. Nightfall. Boom. Part 2 and 3 were together? Yeah.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I love my girls a little bit older. I just wanna use your I don't wanna lose your love. I ain't got many friends left to talk to. No answer up when I'm in trouble. You know I'd do anything for you. Stay alive and keep it undercover. I just wanna
Use your love tonight. I don't wanna use your love tonight. This, I think, is my favorite breakdown to make Zorn work. You put Kingpin in one lane, Craven in another, and Zorn in the last. That's what I think you have to do. Enchantress.
As you leave me, please won't you close the door? And don't forget what I told you. Just 'cause you're on your don't mean
I'm gonna drop down the miles
the shoulder tonight.
by
I just wanna use your love.
fitting this out. Use the arrow. And then Jeff is placed there. Jeff gets moved here as a competition line. That's a 4. 16. Anything that's played there gets a steal. Actually, no. He probably moves it into the Zorn lane, trying to avoid the Craven. So we pull it in here, and then we do this into this lane. Oh, no, it has to be in the right, because Zorn won't move it. We do that. There we go. So it just helps combat it. It keeps it in line. Here we go.
Who will the winds bring?
Victory!
Cause
drives me crazy. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, Kinkin. Fine, we'll get the. I was hoping for the Angela. Make it a little better. It is what it is.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Totally cool with that. I think they throw New York and they just play Castle Blackstone. They move over like the Shield or something into New York, something weak to go over in the left. Damn. Ugh. Doo-dee-doo-doo. Doo-dee-doo-doo. June.
Who's gonna tell you when it's too late? Who's gonna tell you things aren't so great?
Yeah. Start clogging the left. Do the Gia.
Thinking nothing's wrong. What else? Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Who's gonna pick you up when you fall? Who's gonna hang it up when you call? Who's gonna pay attention to your dreams? Yeah, who's gonna notice when you scream?
Sasquatch. Okay.
Thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Who's gonna hold it down when
Start that.
We are the future.
who's gonna come around when you break? You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? You know you can't go on. Nothing's wrong.
Voucher people there. Sacrifice the left.
Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
Excuse me. Actually, wait a minute. Instead, should look to do this. That makes more sense. Let's move out the Hulkling. So if they move the shield, they move the shield mid. Yeah, he didn't. Good. Ooh. Now I need Hulkling to go left.
I want the throne.
Actually, no. Wait, do I? Because it adds the 1 and then takes away the 2. Yep, got it either way. Awesome.
Victory.
Taxi. Wait. What the hell are you eating? It looked like a fake piece of Christmas tree. Like one of those like green strands. I don't know where that came from, but I don't know if I want to know either. Interesting. Huh. Have there been any leaked patch notes? Not that I've seen. Oh, that's interesting. So double Zorn in the same lane actually does move the card twice. It does register. Huh. I learned something today. I'm gonna switch these. I need the better stats here because this is clogged, so. Oh shit, I couldn't switch them. Well, they're both gonna end up there.
Spider-Man here.
It might move it mid, but we're kind of boned no matter what.
Who will the winds bring?
All right, that works.
Victory!
If you use Prodigy to copy a Zorn, he'd move right after copying it. Yes. You'd end up with 2 Zorns that way, but essentially, yes. This here. Doing good. You're doing good, Taxi. Ooh, a Thanos. Great, just what I wanted. Go mid. Come on, go mid. Actually kind of works if it goes either location. Because of Valtrek. Neither of these are on reveal. I mean, are ongoing. So Spectrum doesn't look right here. Even though this is a Spectrum build. Blue Marvel and a stone on the right reinforces the left. Gives one lane fill for that. So even if it was a 1-3 and a 3-3 plus 4, it'd be 10 to 14 more on the right.
Who will the winds bring?
Fuck. That was good on their end. Clear out the world. Didn't think of that they had my arrow. Doo-doo-doo. Do this. Yay, clock. Thank you. I don't think they'll expect this.
Who will the winds bring?
They didn't. They definitely didn't.
Victory!
Yeah, I'd go for a different name. Maybe like Disney Vomit, but like... Get away. Start here. Nice. Home gaming. Home gaming finally did it. About damn time, man. I'm glad you just, hey, you squeeze it in at the last second and it works. It's all that matters, right? It's all that matters. Just make it work. Move bounties are... Oh, yeah, definitely. That's interesting. It's a big airship, y'all. Just saying. Ugh, it did it again? Ay, ay, ay. I gotta fix the YouTube content again. It's fine. I messed up which audio goes where when I reset the stream.